Hey everybody, week 3 here, Theissman here with week 3. We're going to recap, we're going to recap, come on Theissman. We're going to preview week 3 with old Steve in the background, back there giving me the snake eye because his 49ers lost. Well, do we have a dog in the hunt this week? We don't know. I don't know. I haven't taken a look. I might have a dog in the hunt this week. We don't know. I got thrashed last week. Based on things that happened, I really got thrashed in the gambling portion of our videos here. Yeah, I made some bets that didn't go or that went awry for us. Not too much. I don't big spend when gambling. I just $10 here, $10 there. I'm not throwing down thousands of dollars on the table and say I'm all in. That's not my way. When I play on my app, my little app, my football app, I just bet little bets here, $5 here, $10 there. That's all I do. I am a responsible gambler, and I hope everyone can be responsible gamblers when you are gambling. So be be responsible out there. Uh, but we are on week 3, and if we get a dog in a hunt this week, that's fine. If we don't, hey, I don't lose any money this week. But let's just say we got the teams we're going to look at. We got the Browns versus the Giants. We're going to keep an eye on that game because we already know why. I'm a Browns fan. I'm looking forward to that game. Well, tomorrow's game, the Patriots and the Jets, that will be an old school knockdown fight. But the Patriots and the Jets have got off the wall. But it is good to see that Thursday night football will be the Patriots and the Jets. But of course, we're also going to keep the eye on the Eagles and the Saints. Saints thrashed the Dallas Cowboys last week. Maybe they're, boy, I hope they don't do the same thing to the Eagles. If they do the same thing to the Eagles, boy, we might just have ourselves a contender. We'll keep an eye on the Saints then, you know. We got the Texans versus the Vikings. The Vikings look good this year, despite how I feel. Of course, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, and you know how much I feel about them, the Vikings. But the Texans and the Vikings, they're going to have a great game. We're going to keep an eye on the Packers versus the Titans. That'll also be a game we're going to keep an eye on. Of course, old Steve back there, we got to keep an eye on his favorite team, the Rams and the 49ers. And of course, we're always going to keep an eye on the one we're rooting for, the underdogs, the greatest underdogs of all time, the Detroit Lions. I'm keeping an eye on them. And if we're going to talk about wins and losses, we're not going to keep an eye on the Panthers and the Raiders. Why even think about that? Dolphins and Seahawks, that'll be a good game, but who knows? The Bears and the Colts, we might keep an eye on that game because I saw some good things from the Bears. Colts look to be up there. We're always going to look at the dastardly heels, those Steelers, as they play the Chargers. Chargers won last week, so watch out, Steeler Nation. You might just have a challenge on your hand. And you and your dastardly heels. The Buccaneers versus the Broncos, that'll be okay. But there are some great games this week. Let's see. What Monday night? Okay, so of course we're going to keep an eye on the Ravens and the Cowboys because once again I'm still whatever weird thing I have for the Cowboys. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of what the heck was him? Dion. Maybe it was because Deion Sanders. I liked Deion Sanders back in the day, the playmaker. Maybe that's why. But some reason their Cowboys have near dear to my heart for some reason. They played in the Ravens. Actually, we want the Cowboys to get their butt stomped by the Ravens if we're talking football, our fantasy team, because the Ravens are our defense. The Kansas City Chiefs play the Falcons, which that shall be a good game. All right, and last but not least for week, why we got doubleheader Monday? Woohoo! Doubleheader. Yay! And they kind of played close together. 7:30 and 8:15 EST. Wow. The Jaguars and the Bills will face each other. And the the Commanders and the Bengals will face each other. So we got a doubleheader Monday. We'll do a little pick six here. The first things first, we'll do the Detroit Lions over the Arizona Cardinals. As much as I love the Lions, I'm going to have to pick the Cardinals. We're picking the Cardinals this week to beat the Lions. We'll go here, our second game that we will pick in our pick six. The Packers and the Titans. My heart says the Packers, so I'm going to pick the Packers to beat the Tennessee Titans. Next game we will talk about is the Cleveland Browns versus the New York Giants. I'm going with the Browns over the Giants. I do believe the Browns have what it takes to beat the Giants. And that's not just my heart speaking. That is what I saw. The eye test told me. They do have they do. That was a sloppy game, but they do have the intangibles to beat the New York Giants. The Eagles over the Saints. That's what I'm picking. No, Eagles and Saints. I'm gonna actually pick the Saints over the Eagles. I'm correcting myself. I'm going to pick the Saints to beat the Eagles this week. I might just get thrashed with that. Who knows? And we'll do one more pick, because he is the star of the show. He thinks he's the star. Although I'm the one that does all the talking, he just stands in the background holding the football all the day. The 49ers and the Rams, I just got to give it to the Niners. I do. Are you happy, Steve? I picked your team. So, yes, I am going to say the 49ers beat the Los Angeles Rams. And you know what? We'll do a Monday night game. Which Monday night game should we do, Steve? Should we do the Jaguars or the Bills? You know what, Steve? You know what would be the easiest one to pick? The Bills over the Jaguars. That's an easy victory right there. We can easily call that. So we'll go over here where there might be a more competitive game between the Bengals and the Commanders. I'll say the Bengals pull off the win this week. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it to the Commanders. I'll give the Commanders a win this week. So there we go. There's our picks and lock them in. We'll look forward to the great season. Looking forward to week 3. Hey, I can only predict what happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not Nostradamus here. We'll see if we get a dog in the hunt. But boy, howdy, I'll tell you what. Way week 2 went, any team could win except for Carolina. Sorry, Carolina. But there's another game that you know. Do they have a? No, they play the Raiders. Oh my God, they play the Raiders. They're the Las Vegas Raiders now. They will always be the Oakland Raiders to me. That's because you know that's where they've always been. Even when they moved to L.A., that's how far back I go. I remember when they went to L.A. and then they went back to Oakland. But this is the Theissman. That is week 3 NFL. That's what's coming up. Keep an eye out for some great football. We've got a great season this year. We got our fantasy team going. I'll have that video out first with the quote unquote coaches video. I like that. I think it's kind of fun to do. And we will see you in the next video. The next video. Or next week's videos, of course, the coaches video, and then we'll have a recap of week 3, and we'll preview week 4. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Tell old Steve down in the comments that he needs to do more. And we'll see you next time. Theissman, he's out.